Alright guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Awesome. Take 2. Mark.
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. What's up? David, welcome to February.
Yeah.
We had a little staff meeting immediately prior to the show where kudos to you for thinking to bring in a weatherman.
Yeah.
Because I would have never thought that.
Well, I have one on retainer.
Right.
Yeah.
So very generous of you to, dig into that for the show. And you made the correct assumption that it's February, which pretty much means it's spring.
Yeah.
Which puts us in summertime.
Yeah, it's basically summer.
Yeah. So happy 4th of July. I can't wait till Spider-Man comes out next week.
It's almost here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Spider-Man, did you see I fell for a fake? What was that?
It's been a long time.
It was bullshit. I knew it was bullshit.
I went looking and all I saw was bullshit trailers.
It was a 9-second, and I was like, this is weird. But I don't know, something about it, the way they posted it.
Did you check who posted it?
I guess not.
Yeah.
I guess not.
That brings up an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know the big ones that you would get fooled by.
Right. Well, that was back when I was a kid.
Right. But there were like specific guys that like consistently,
right.
Not just you,
right.
But like they recently got like banned from YouTube.
Right.
For being like
being so good at faking you out.
Yeah, that it was pretty much false advertising is what it was turning around to be.
Yeah.
And I was listening to a thing or watching a thing this week that was about trailers and why they have evolved to become what they are. And like, when The Matrix came out, it was all mystery. They didn't tell you anything about the movie. But now the movie trailers spell out the movie for you. And it's because a trailer is considered marketing advertising, which is held up to the standards of advertisement, so they can be sued for telling you something, for alluding to something that's false.
Gotcha.
And just recently with what was that? There was a movie yesterday. Do you remember yesterday?
Yeah, the Beatles.
Yeah. Ana de Armas was in the trailer.
Right.
And then she was cut from the movie.
Right. And
then these guys sued because she wasn't in the movie. And the judge sided with them because it's considered false advertising since she wasn't in it. So that's why they play it so safe. They really just spell out.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why our world is such a hot mess.
Yeah.
Because if that's the stupid shit that we're agreeing to in court, then it explains why nothing else in the world makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like suing somebody because your coffee's too hot.
What has happened?
This quick jump to litigation is like out of control. Everybody's offended and everybody's all like put out because they wanted to see Ana de Armas, and instead they saw an incredible movie.
Yeah, how dare they? I was promised Ana de Armas.
And I mean, I'll go a step further and say, what about all the false advertising where we get an ad that the movie's going to be amazing and then it sucks? Like, do I get to sue someone because I was told this is one of the best movies of the year, and then in my opinion it wasn't?
That's why they put those people's names, so you have to sue them. And
Right.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll get more into that later, but speaking of the Beatles, the Bloody Beatles.
Yeah.
They got a new movie coming out. Well, actually, they got 4 new movies coming out. The Beatles are also known as the Fab Four.
Really?
You got John, Paul, Ringo, and George, right?
Yeah.
And each one of them is getting their own movie in 2028. Are all 4 movies coming out in 2028?
I think they come out really close to each other.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a month or weeks or...
So we don't have a trailer, and we don't have a teaser, and we don't have any footage, but we do now have 4 photos, one of each main character, and a full cast list.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts on this? I think this is huge. I think this is a really big deal for 2028.
I mean, I think it's going to be a big deal. I'm not a Beatles fan, and so I don't really care.
Why aren't you a Beatles fan? Go ahead. Tell me they suck.
I'm not saying that I dislike all of their music, but
Not a big Beatles fan.
I just don't like their music.
That's freaking awesome. Okay, good for you. Good for you, David. Why would you don't get pushed around?
I don't like the colors of their music.
Yeah, why would you?
They're
the worst.
I'm not saying that they're worse. There are a lot of their songs that I would really argue to turn off.
Right. Yeah. I know. I mean,
but their later stuff, especially once they started going like their own ways, much better.
Oh yeah. So you're all about George Harrison's late career solo work. Yeah. You're right. You're smart. Yeah. Really, yeah. Your take is crafty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good for you. Okay. Okay. Speaking of 2028, this is huge news because you and I love to. We don't love to hate. We love to love the Fast and Furious franchise.
Right.
And now we have yet another chapter. We went through the whole Fast 10 Your Seatbelts.
Yeah.
And that was the last one.
Which was called Part 1 or something.
Was it?
I mean, it ends on a cliffhanger. There's supposed to be another movie.
Does it? I forget.
There was supposed to be one more movie.
Okay.
And then there was supposed to be 3 more movies.
Ah.
And then 4 movies with a spinoff.
Okay.
And now they might be back to 1 movie.
All right. Well, anyway, we got 1 movie scheduled, apparently with a date and everything, and a title called Fast Forever.
Yeah. Now, Vin Diesel's the one who announced this.
Yeah.
So,
March of 2028.
Yeah. Who knows if it's actually he says things.
You take this with a grain of salt.
But do you remember how
I don't really like the Beatles.
I don't. Do you remember how Fast 10 Your Seatbelts ended?
Yes. No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
They're running away from an explosion. Everyone is quote unquote dead, and Vin Diesel and his elementary school age son in the passenger seat next to him are driving down a dam away from the exploding dam behind them, and it cliff hangs.
Okay.
Right there to be continued. When they come back to it, it's been so long, he's going to turn over and be like, "You okay, son?" It's going to be a 20-year-old kid. Yeah, Dad.
Smoking a cigarette with a cup of coffee.
in the seat next to him. Yeah, Dad.
I think the 2 funniest things you've ever said on the show.
Yeah.
Number 1, Fast 10 Your Seatbelts. That was freaking brilliant. We've had a lot of fun, twisting names into other names. But don't you agree that has to be the all-time?
It's one of the greats.
I think that's King of the Hill right there. Right. And number 2 was when he said, "You don't like the Beatles."
I don't.
Right. No, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
It's clear.
Right.
It's easy to see.
It makes total sense.
Yeah.
One of the few things that the entire universe agrees on, is that the Beatles are awesome.
Right.
And not David.
I watched yesterday and I was like, it's just like my normal life. I don't think about them ever.
Oh my God. All right. Well, speaking of the Beatles, David, have I told you about the sci-fi time machine and story time at Penn?
No, I saw an advertisement for it, but I didn't know what it was about.
So real quick, I'll tell you story time because that's still being a little bit fleshed out, and it might not be it might not be great for our listener audience. But elementary school, like young kids, get to buy a ticket and come to story time the last Saturday morning of every month all year long, and there will be a storyteller. Might be an elementary principal from your kid's school.
Whoa.
Reading a certain book which pairs with a certain movie. Now, sometimes it's a direct correlation. For example, in November, we're going to read Cat in the Hat, and then we'll watch a Cat in the Hat movie.
Oh.
But also, like, for example, I forget which month we're going to do Curious George Goes to the Movies. That's the book. And then we're going to watch the classic Curious George movie. The Saturday this near Easter, we're going to read, I forget, what's some bunny book, and then we're going to watch Hop.
Okay.
Or there's like a book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, and then we're going to watch, what's that French mouse? Cute little Tale of Despereaux.
Mighty Mouse.
Right. Mighty Mouse would be even better.
Danger Mouse.
Right. But anyway, more relevant to this audience, we have the Penn Cinema Time Machine Goes Science Fiction. Are you familiar with our time machine? Mm-mm. Last year, we introduced a new series. It's about 10 weeks long, and last year, The idea was you get in a time machine and it takes you different places. And last year we did all classic 80s movies. It was a huge hit. All the movies are $8 each.
Okay.
No matter when you see it.
Nice.
And so this year, for the time machine, we're going to science fiction land, which I thought would be right up your alley, right up my alley, right up this show's alley. So first off, coming up is E.T. And then at the end of February, Sunday, February 22nd, in IMAX, Dune.
1980 version?
No, 2021,
Okay.
IMAX,
Thank God.
Dune. And then The Terminator, 1984.
Nice.
The Matrix, 1999. And then back to IMAX for Interstellar.
When's that?
Interstellar in IMAX is March 15th
Oh, nice.
and the 18th. And then the following week, we have The Iron Giant, 1999. Remember Iron Giant?
I'm not a fan, but a lot of people are.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen it,
Vin Diesel voices the robot, speaking of.
but don't tell anyone.
I'm not shocked.
Okay. Next up, The Never-Ending Story, which was made famous, in my opinion, by Stranger Things.
Yeah, that was what did it.
And then Men in Black, and then 1982 Blade Runner, and then we conclude with 2001 A Space Odyssey.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's cool because people are really enjoying. It's $8, so it's totally affordable. It's the movies you love on the big screens, and I think it's cool. I'm proud of it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I have some friends that were recently like, we should watch Interstellar, and one friend who was like, I've never seen it.
Ooh.
This might be
Perfect.
the push.
Perfect.
Yeah.
March 15th.
Yeah.
Or that Wednesday night, the 18th. I think it's the 18th.
Right, 15th is Sunday then.
Yeah. Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock. You want to take us down this? You want to end on a downer?
Yeah.
We should have started on a downer. Set the tone for the whole mood for the show to be like womp womp.
Someone might have said, the Mystery Gobble said was starting the show was the downer.
Right. Boy, the Mystery Gobble threw me under the bus.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
What do you do?
I was out to dinner with him and his lovely wife and my lovely wife and another friend of ours, and we went to one of our favorite restaurants, Nona Rosa, up there on 272, and had a delicious dinner. But the topic of podcast came up, and he had nothing but slanderous wisecracks
What?
to make about the show in front of my wife, who I have tried to lead to believe that we were doing this very serious. And he brought that disillusion right up front.
Well, what she had
Yeah.
to say about that?
Yeah,
She crushed?
She was amused.
Yeah.
She did not seem as surprised as I had hoped she would.
was like,
be surprised.
You and David doing wacky, goofy things?
Well, here's
That's
what
crazy.
happened. I tried to fight back by accusing Scott of missing the show because he listens at double time.
Yeah.
To which Amy replied, "That's how I listen to it too." Come on, man.
And that just makes us sound like chipmunks anyway.
I know.
Like, how can you take anything we say
Right.
serious?
That just makes the show even better.
Right.
Oh my God. Podcast at pencinema.com if you've ever listened to us at halftime. Oh,
That's a real fan.
that's a real fan right
That's
there.
a real fan. All right. Well,
All right.
Our downer here is Catherine O'Hare from Home Alone and Schitt's Creek.
O'Hara.
O'Hara, sorry. Catherine O'Hara has passed away at 71.
Which nowadays, and I think maybe for a long time now, that's really young.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It took me by surprise. I was a huge fan, as the whole world is, of Home Alone, Schitt's Creek. You know, she was in Beetlejuice. There's a lot of... She leaves behind an incredible legacy of comedy.
Yeah.
She was great. So
Yeah.
cheers to her and her family for a job well done. And, you know, God bless.
Yeah. It's a sad day for comedy. Well, and on that note, that's all the news. Oh,
That's it. That's it. You got to get the bum, 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 bum. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting my groove back. We were off a few weeks.
Yeah, but
a couple months. Took me a while to get my groove back, like Stella.
Just like Stella. I mean, one day they'll do a documentary on how you got your groove back.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of your groove, we got 5 trailers.
Yeah.
I have a for sure trailer of the week, and I have a for sure worst trailer. But I'll be happy to follow your lead here, David.
Okay. Well, we'll start off with my trailer of the week,
Okay.
and that's Glenn Rothen,
Good trailer.
which is Alan Cummings and Brian Cox. And Alan Cummings is coming home to Scotland for some reason. And I can't figure out if he's supposed to be his dad or his older brother.
I think he's older. Maybe, I don't know.
It's hard to tell.
Family.
Yeah, and they try and get Alan Cummings to take over the family business. And I guess he feels like an outcast, and they're trying to be like, but you're not.
An outsider.
An outsider.
Yeah. Alan Cummings, who we are watching currently on Traitors, and Brian Cox, who everybody would now know from Succession. But I couldn't agree with you more. This is not my trailer of the week, but this movie looks great. It looks like the kind of movie that's going to be easy to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's going to be you're probably going to feel good. There's going to be some drama. There might be some pulling at heartstrings, but it looks like a peaceful, nice, happy movie.
Yeah. Brian Cox, who I know from 25th Hour, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh, 25th Hour. You know what I remember about 25th Hour?
Yeah.
Is you telling me I should go watch it. Yeah.
So I'm glad you listened to my recommendations.
Next up, we have. We did not do this?
We didn't, and I was on the fence about this because we didn't do it.
Okay.
But it's also over 2 months old.
Okay, so we have an old trailer, but the reason why it's fresh on my radar is because I did book it for Litis. So the movie is called.
It's a good trailer.
The movie is called How to Make a Killing, and it stars Glenn Powell, I believe, and it comes out later this month. I think maybe February 20th, and basically, it's this. I don't want to say poor guy, but like regular guy who stands to inherit these like hundreds of millions of dollars from the family fortune, but he has to wait for all his family members to die. And then it's all about like, well, maybe if he killed them off, he would inherit them sooner.
Yeah, it's not.
But it looks like would you call it a dark comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that he would ever inherit it because he's 7th down the line if they don't marry and have kids.
Oh.
So he has 7 family members before him. And Margaret Qualley comes in and was like, well, let me know when you kill everybody.
That was Margaret Qualley?
Yeah.
Wow. I hardly recognize. She had like strawberry blonde hair, like kind of light colored hair.
It's brown.
I wouldn't have recognized her, but anyway, go on. So she comes in and she's like, okay, they're like flirting.
Yeah.
And then when she leaves the shop, she's like, okay, well, call me when you've killed everyone. Like
Yeah.
she's joking.
So then he gets it in the idea. And we're talking people he's in line with, but enough that they don't like know he exists. Because the one guy he goes to kill, and the guy's like, who are you? And he's like, oh yeah, I'm so-and-so. Yeah. So it does look good.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies that look like it could really go either way from the trailer.
I would agree with you. This movie looks like it's either going to be awesome or a total waste of time.
Right. Yeah. I don't think there's any middle ground for it, at least the way the trailer paints the picture.
Right.
So next up, we have the Super Mario Galaxy trailer 2 had its own Nintendo Direct last week. And there was a big reveal in this one.
Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Is that right? Yoshi.
Yeah. Yoshi.
So what? All of a sudden now we got a dinosaur and he's in with our people, or what's that line?
Yeah,
like there's a
Toad's
great,
like,
yeah.
And we have a dinosaur now.
Right
Yeah.
now there's a dinosaur in this group. So Super Mario Galaxy trailer number 2 dropped, and when I was done watching it, I thought to myself, I'm gonna shock the hell out of David because I'm gonna make this my trailer of the week. But it did not stick. But I'm just telling you how much I enjoyed this trailer.
It's a good trailer.
It's a great trailer. I'm actually really excited to see the movie. Which makes no sense because we're not the audience, but it looks really good and really funny. What did we learn from this other than meeting Yoshi or Yushi or whatever?
Yeah, it's Yoshi, but
Yoshi.
That's it. I mean, it's not a super big surprise that he's in the movie because the stinger from the first movie was Yoshi's egg.
Okay.
At the end, they showed that it was there. So I think everyone assumed he was going to be there, but nobody knew if he was going to talk or.
So this opens April 1st, which is just literally 2 months away.
Yeah, they pushed it up like through a couple days.
Couple days, I think,
April
to
1st.
to get that April Fool's Day, and also they don't want to go up against A Great Awakening, which Sight and Sound was releasing on April
That's
4th.
Yeah.
So you got to watch that.
Yeah. I'm all for it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it looks like the first one's a good movie. I mean, I fell asleep a couple times during it, but the first one's a good movie. Yeah,
Right.
In the theater,
Right.
In the full theater,
Right, with hundreds of kids laughing and screaming.
I was struggling to stay awake.
Right.
I'll do better this time.
Okay, so we hope. All right, next up we have the worst trailer of the week called Heel. Don't worry, you don't have to pay to go see it. You can watch it at home on March 6th. It's being released in theaters and on digital from Magnolia Pictures. I did watch this trailer, but now I'm blanking.
Man, the guy looks like a young version of the Gladiator. What's his name?
Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe. It looks like a young version of Russell Crowe, but it's not.
Okay.
I would say a young version of a more overweight Russell Crowe now, not Russell Crowe as he looked at that age. So it's these people who kidnap a troublemaker kid to kind of brainwash him into being a better kid, but also their son.
Okay.
And they put him in the basement and they chain him to the wall.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They look creepy and freaky, and
It's a psychological thriller type of thing.
I don't like movies where people are chained up in the basement.
It's crazy. It's so normal. Why would you hate that?
So you don't like movies about everyday life?
It's just like me. I pretend the Beatles don't exist.
Right.
I know the people are chained up in the basement.
Right, it's no problem. All right, last but not least, we have my trailer of the week. I will say the Glenn Rothen trailer was great, and when I watched it, I was like, oh, this is going to be my trailer of the week. And then Super Mario trailer was great, and when I watched it, I was like, oh, no, this is going to be my trailer of the week. And then I watched a Heel, and I was like, no, I'm good. And then I watched, the movie is called I Love Boosters.
Yeah.
Comes out from Neon on May 22nd, which tells you something. Because that's a very competitive, that's like Memorial Day weekend. I mean, it's like building up to Memorial Day weekend. This is a movie about a crew, is that the right word? But a woman who sort of puts together a little posse, and they steal high-end, like really high-end, classic, beautiful fashion clothes, and then repurpose them and sell them on the black market at like vintage shops. Is that?
Yeah, I think they either own or work with like a reseller shop.
Yeah.
But they steal their stock.
Right. They're crooks, but they're also the heroes of this movie. You know what I mean? Anyway, it stars Keke Palmer, Taylor Page, Naomi Ackel. It has that kid Will Poulter in it.
Yeah. Well,
He's like, I can't quite figure what his role in it is, but the bad guy is Demi Moore. It also has like a small role with Don Cheadle. It has Lakeith Stanfield. I mean, this has a great cast. It looks incredibly fresh. I love the trailer itself. I love just what do you call that? The copy, like the font that they use for writing everything. Like, I don't know, man. I thought this movie looked great. What did you think?
I think it looks good. I also think this is the most pen-coded trailer. Like, I think if you were to be like, what does a trailer need to be to get Penn to like it?
Yeah.
And it would be, the trailer would come out to be just like this. Bright colors.
Right. Check.
Fast-moving things.
Check.
Right? That don't really say anything.
Right. Check.
And then
Killer soundtrack.
killer soundtrack, and then quips.
Right. Quips. Oh, I love a quip.
Yeah, quip after quip of just like smart remarks.
Yep.
And then people looking at people funnily.
Right.
When they, you know, like this is so like you.
Yeah.
Right? It's crazy.
All right, David, if I get hit by a bus this week,
Yeah.
I want you to find the person that made this trailer and have them make a trailer of my life.
Of your life. And he lived his life like this.
Like the Boosters. Oh my God. All right. Well, I don't quite. I mean, I'm not offended. That's not.
I didn't mean it.
That's
in an
not a
offensive
burn.
way. No, I just said that this is like when you think about the trailers that Penn loves. Like, this is it.
So, would you have predicted this was my trailer of the week?
I mean, now that I think about it, I should have known instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my trailer of the week is I Love Boosters, which comes out from Neon on May 22nd. David's trailer of the week. This is the 1 weak link of your trailer of the week is how I finished this sentence. David's trailer of the week is Glenn Rothen, starring Alan Cummings and Brian Cox from we don't know what studio and vaguely referenced coming soon.
I didn't say what studio it's from?
I looked at the end credit and didn't recognize any of the logos. Maybe now I didn't pause it, so maybe it went too quick. And at the end, it definitely said coming soon. So I was a little disappointed because I was like, oh, where am I going to see this movie?
Yeah.
But anyway, I love boosters and Glenn Rothen.
Out of the
So
boiling
nice.
pot
So nice.
onto the serving tray.
Yes.
Pen,
David. I get that a lot. Pen.
last week we had a decision to make.
Indeed.
We were like, what movie do we review?
I don't know where you're going with this.
And you were like, we should watch this movie that is up for all these.
It's up for Best Picture and Best Foreign Picture.
Yeah.
Because we're super uppity. We like the foreign shit.
Yeah. We pop our pinkies
Yeah,
out.
put the pinkies out, watch the foreign language movies so that when we're at an Oscar party, we can be like, oh, yeah, we saw this.
Yeah.
Of course, what do you think? We didn't see this? Mm-hmm. So what were we choosing between? The Secret Agent?
And I think the other option was the Send Help.
Well, I wanted to watch Send Help.
No, you shut your mouth, young man. Because you were like, oh, it's clearly the Secret Agent.
Obviously,
we have
the
to see
Secret Agent. Right, because it's like all morning long.
It's like, yeah, we gotta watch
We
this
can
movie.
burn an entire half day watching this movie.
And I was like, I can't even remember a single thing about this movie. You're like, oh, we got to see it. It's Oscars and blah, blah, blah. And I looked at the runtime, I'm like, 2 hours and 47 minutes.
Bruh.
Did Penn really pick this movie?
Penn made a terrible mistake. I still want to see Send Help, and I want to see A Private Life.
And I know that you stepped out 15 minutes early on this movie.
Do you know that I went and caught the last half hour? Like I caught
Because
back
you
up.
had a quote unquote meeting, which I was like,
David, here's the whole problem with this movie. You hit the nail on the head. I overslept. Not in the sense that I missed anything, but just in the sense that I figured I would be in the theater between 6:30 and 7 and watch this movie and be all clear to get on my Zoom call at 11.
okay.
I didn't get into the theater till 8. So I started the movie a little bit after 8, and all of a sudden it's like 10:30, 10:40, and there's still like another almost half hour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for crying out loud. And I didn't, I'm nothing if not well prepared. So I didn't want to like run out of that theater and into the Zoom call. So, I left knowing that I would have to double back and finish it up, which I did.
Well, I was going to say you missed the best part of the movie.
Okay. Yeah,
And
I would
was-
agree with that.
That was the credits rolling.
I am conflicted. I do not know how I'm going to rate this movie. You want to walk us through it? All right, let's get the high notes.
okay.
It's a long movie. It's foreign language, so you have to read all the cues, so you can't be on your phone.
Yeah, that's not the problem to me.
Me neither, but
Yeah.
I don't mind the long part. I thought it was going to be more engaging than it was.
No, I do mind the long part, not because it's a long movie, but because it was clear. I don't understand. I left this movie with so many questions in my head, and I turned to my friend and we were like trying to debrief on it. We were mentally exhausted by this movie, and we were both like, I saw the movie, but I can't really tell you
Yes.
I understand the movie at all.
You can't tell me what it's about.
Yeah, because the movie has no direction.
It keeps getting chopped up.
And it moves from like what you think that the plot of the movie was going to be, or the point of view of the movie even, changes so many times. It doesn't make any sense. And I was like, all right, so were they trying to make a movie in the 70s that felt like a movie made in the 70s? Because it feels like a movie made in the 70s that just ran and ran and ran and like,
Right.
and like all the plot was in the last 15 minutes. Because that's how movies were.
Did
But even then, you knew what the plot was. In this, you never get a sense of what's going on or what the motivation for some things are going on.
Right.
Let me ask you this question. Okay, so the first off, it's called The Secret Agent. There's no secret agents in the movie.
Right.
There's no spies.
Right. It's irony, David.
It's about a guy who is running from hitmen.
Right.
Well, not at the beginning. He's not running from.
Well, he's
hitmen.
hiding out from the oppression because he pissed off somebody in the dictatorship. So he's on the run.
Yeah,
Because he was a professor who professed freedom and individual thought and resisting the authoritarian regime.
Funny. That's not what he did, though. Instead, he was the head of a college that had they were studying lithium-ion batteries, and this one guy wanted the lithium-ion battery technology,
Right.
and he owned the patent to it.
Right.
So he decided to ruin him.
Right.
So he put all these false things about him being a communist in the paper,
Right.
and scared him out of the town. So he wasn't on the run for being a rebel or a freedom fighter or anything. He was on the run because he owned a patent to lithium-ion batteries. Now, they build it up like his wife was maybe killed by them, but no, she just died from pneumonia.
Right.
And then they introduce characters like the hitmen characters, and they build up the story. There was a whole underplot with the police chief and how the police are corrupt and killing people, and then covering up this leg from someone they were killed that was found inside of a shark. That's the subplot that you think is going to build up to something, only for it to not go anywhere. And just when the movie was getting to the point where like everything's going to come together, they jump 50 years to the future.
Right.
And then they're just like, well, it happened. Peace.
What do you make of the connection between the leg and the son's obsession with Jaws?
There's no connection other than there's a shark. It was in the paper, which reinforced his obsession with wanting to see Jaws. He was obsessed with this thing that scared him, like most kids get.
My favorite part of the movie, which never materialized into anything, I could say that I can finish that sentence a few different ways. My first favorite part of the movie, which never materialized into anything, was the police chief and the corrupt police chief and the story around him, which never really materialized. My second favorite thing that never really materialized, or when it did, it was disappointing, was the flash forward to the present day with the two history students listening to the tapes. Like, I thought something more interesting would come out of that.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that it did.
No. And I thought it was so they go to assassinate him.
Yeah.
Right? And then it turns out that the assassins that were hired another assassin who winds up killing some cops, and the cops are the son. One of them's the son of the corrupt cop who is also friends with the higher up assassin that hired the lower one, and the lower assassin also kills the other assassin's son.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, well, now it's going to be this like thing between the cop
Right.
and the assassin, and the main guy is going to get killed in the crossfire, only for them to jump 50 years in the future and be like, well, he did die later that day.
Yeah, later.
I don't understand. I don't understand how this is a Best Picture contender at all.
Here's the
There are
number.
no other foreign films made.
Here's the number one thing that I can say good about this movie,
Yeah.
and I hope you agree with me. The successful production of a movie set in the 70s that was so thoroughly well done, I felt like I was in the 70s. Like like everything was so 70s, and it was perfectly well done.
Yeah.
Like, what do you make of the opening scene where he's in that yellow VW Beetle and he's like, gets pulled over at that gas station, and there's a dead guy in the yard, and then the cops come and shake him down for a couple cigarettes?
Well, at that point, I still thought it was going to be about a secret agent, so I thought he had
Right.
something hidden in the
Yeah.
car.
Me
Only
too.
to find out he did not have anything hidden in the car.
Me too, but that scene I thought was and then the whole entire rest of the movie was the same in terms of the high. They get 100 out of 100 points for making a movie look like it took place in the 70s.
And that it was hot and dirty.
And that it was hot and dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. But the movie itself, the storyline was a hot mess. I didn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just, you sometimes you see a movie and you're angry at it for wasting your time. I'm not angry at this movie for wasting my time. I'm confused.
You're angry at me for wasting your time.
I'm not, I mean, we could have seen something better. I'm just confused. I don't understand the Oscars. You want to say it's best foreign picture? Fine. I haven't seen enough foreign pictures this year to compare it to. But to then also throw it in the general best picture category, and it also had nominations for like best actor, supporting actor, and stuff. I don't get it. I don't think anyone's acting in this movie was above. Like,
you know what
amateur.
it should get an Oscar for? Best casting. Because those were some
very authentic,
looking people,
Brazilian people,
characters.
Yes.
How is this Best Picture when like Black Bag is out there?
Yeah,
Honey Don't is out there.
I don't get it. I'm going to give it worst movie I've ever seen.
I am too. Worst movie I've ever seen. Now next week, I mean I don't. Last week I picked poorly, so I don't want to pick. But the big movie next week is going to be Solo Mio, which is a rom-com with Kevin James from Angel Studios.
Right. It surprises me for a couple things.
Or we could double back and watch Send Help.
I've never heard of it, and it's Angel Studios.
Right. You don't want to see it?
Well, I watched the trailer. It actually looks pretty good.
Well, it's a little outside of their realm because it's not a straightforward faith-based movie, but it's not going to be cynical. It's not going to be, it's going to have some faith element to it, but
eventually it'll
the reason why I picked it is because pre-sales are through the roof.
Yeah.
But I'm 100% on board if you want to switch it up and watch Send Help.
I mean, I don't know.
Sam Rami.
I mean, yeah, Sam Rami. Both of them, I would watch both of the movies.
All right, so next week is going to be a surprise.
You want to flip a coin?
No.
You got a coin?
No,
we can flip a coin.
No, I don't want to flip a coin.
Flip a coin.
Okay, here we go.
That's a pen. That's not a coin.
Heads I win, tails you lose. All right.
What do you want to watch more?
Next week is going to be a surprise. We're either going to watch, both of us are either going to watch Send Help or Solo Mio or both.
Okay.
So some combination of those movies.
Yeah.
Podcast at pencinema.com if you would like to influence the direction that our viewing takes us.
I can tell you the answer. It's going to be whichever one has the earlier screening on Friday night.
Well, then that's probably Solo Mio because Solo Mio probably has like 12 shows a day.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I would watch either of them. I was just surprised this was your pick again because I was like, I've never heard of it.
All right. So next week, Solo Mio or Send Help. Tune in to find out how we roll.
All right. Do we have something for this? Sure, certainly we do. No, we don't have anything. All right, you ready to lose?
You want me to take this first one?
Yeah. Listener feedback, questions, comments, so forth and so on.
Don DeMon, a day late and $1 short, writes in, on the last episode, which obviously would be 320.
Yeah.
But he clarifies what he means when he says last episode is the episode before the last episode.
Right, because he wrote this
while we were recording the last episode. So Don DeMon writes in, on the last episode 319, no other choice but to finish this redemption arc. That was a good one. I forgot to give you props on that. That was a
gotta work in the titles.
Yeah, that was good. On the last episode, David mixed up. David, meaning you.
Me? Mixed
up, meaning
no one's ever called me that before.
Meaning made a mistake. AKA got it wrong.
I'm hearing all these words. None of them seem to coincide with me at all.
None of them make any sense.
Yeah. First time I've ever heard that kind of talk.
I don't know where this guy thinks he's going. Wow. This is wild. Okay. Don DeMon writes in, on the last episode, David mixed up Ezra Miller and Barry Cogan. Barry is the cool actor in Saltburn. Check. Because we were talking about... what movie were we? He plays a cool guy.
Crime 101.
Crime 101. Barry is the cool guy in Saltburn. Ezra was in Fantastic Beasts, The Flash, and Jail. Well, I think so. Now that I know David was wrong about mixing up the actors, I have to wonder if Ezra was really arrested for stalking and burglary. I'm sure much cooler people have already told you this, but I want it to be cool too, hence the email. Don, you are the coolest person of the week.
That's right. There is someone who sent me a
Did
text, and they said, you got these two people confused. And I said, I think you heard wrong.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
There's no way I got it.
That's not what happened.
No.
Yeah. Listen to it again.
Right.
I think you got it wrong.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's that fits. That fits. But Don should start writing, because Step Aside, Brian Sanderson, that's fantasy right there. All right, Nick Landis playing already. He says, for actress in a leading role, I want and predict it to be Jessie Buckley, but I just want to say on the record that Amanda Seyfried was robbed for her shaking performance in The Testament of Anne Lee.
Go on.
For Best Director and Best Picture, I want Sinners to win, but I'm predicting one battle after another takes both. Lastly, I'm curious, what sold more tickets? Mercy as a mystery movie, or Mercy in all of the opening weekend? Which I think is an unfair thing, because mystery movie is one showing.
Well, I think he was trying to make the point that since it was in IMAX and it had a really great turnout for the mystery movie, and then it didn't have a great opening weekend, I almost think this had to be a rhetorical question.
Yeah. But so the mystery movie is the thing you guys do where it's like Monday night you come in, was it $8? $5. And you get to see an upcoming movie that's not out yet, but you don't know what it is.
Right.
And one of the nights it was Mercy. But then do you have Drew responded with the results.
Yeah. So, I mean, the reason why I say I think this was a rhetorical question is because the mystery movie was really well attended. We had 69 people. And then I think what Nick is saying is that the opening weekend was pretty soft. Yeah. But even with a soft weekend, we still did have, a couple hundred or 100 and some people. So, yeah, it was...
I thought it was like 500.
It might have been 500 or 600. Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to...
So, but there's a lot... The difference... I get what he was trying to say.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he was trying to prove that it was a bad movie, but...
No, he was trying to prove that it had a bad opening weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the thing with the mystery movie is you don't know what's going to be there, so there's a lot more risk.
Right.
And so people aren't going to... I think a lot more people will take a risk on a movie they think they know what's going to happen, but...
Oh, that's a good point. Because it was in IMAX and because we had the runtime listed, you're saying that you think a lot of people correctly guessed.
No, I'm thinking there are a lot of people that would go see Mercy that wouldn't go see a movie they didn't know what it was going to be.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they see the previews like, oh, I think I'm going to like this, rather than be like, well, I don't know what's going to be, without doing any research to figure out what it is.
Right. So the mystery movie for Mercy had 67 people, and then opening weekend, 231 people came in. So, I mean, whatever. Okay. Top 10 Sarah wrote in.
Well, let me... Is top 10 Sarah?
It's the final countdown.
My dance is a lot like when you show someone driving a car.
Yeah. You're driving a bus.
Driving the bus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah writes in and says, good luck to Penn's New England Patriots because, of course, they are his team alone. The Bears had a good run. That's so funny. I get it. The Bears had a good run, and both Jen and I are excited about next year, which of course you are. You got an exciting team. That's a fun team to watch.
Yeah.
She goes on to say, go sports ball.
That's right.
David.
Ever since the team came together.
Yeah. David.
I've believed in them.
Tell me your thoughts on this year's upcoming Super Bowl. Are you excited? Or is it,
Let me just say that I'm working and I didn't even think about it.
All right. She goes on to write, and I think this is this gave me pause. She writes in to say, I have a question. Did we all forget that Michael Jackson was not really a good guy? Like, remember there were allegations of child molestation? In hindsight, it seems like he could have been in the category of Weinstein, Puff Daddy, and Epstein. using his power and influence to silence his victims' families. This makes me very conflicted about his upcoming movie. I mean, I do not want to be some kind of Michael Jackson apologist because I have no idea. I did see Chris Rock do a hilarious comedy bit about how we're all cool with Michael Jackson, would beat it and everything, but then as soon as like R. Kelly comes on, everybody's like offended. You can't listen to that music, you know. And Chris Rock, his entire show is about selective outrage, you know, and how like we choose to be outraged by R. Kelly, but totally cool with the Michael Jackson thing.
Right.
The only thing I would say about it is, and again, I'm not trying to like defend the guy because I don't know anything, but it's all accusations. I mean, it was never really pursued.
I was thinking about this after reading it earlier. I was like, I think one of the things is a different way that it was handled when it happened changed the way the perception of the person lasted, I think. I think that the way that these things kind of, this news came out, and of course it was mostly pre-internet, and you know you'd hear about it, but that didn't stop the machine.
Right.
So it was like your impressions were simultaneously being overwritten by the pop culture zeitgeist, whereas opposed to if you even want to use Bill Cosby as an example of where, you know, he was huge and on top, and then that kind of faded, and then all the bad stuff happened and negated like everything he did. It was almost like two parallel thought patterns that I'm not saying that one takes away from the other one, but I'm just saying when you have those two inputs coming in at the same time, it kind of changes your overall perception.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that he did or he didn't. I know.
Well, I can just speak for myself. When it was happening, I remember, like, you know, was he accused of child molestation, came out at the same time that he had like a monkey that he loved or something, and then there was some talk that he was in space and he hung his kid over the balcony. Like he had all, like every week there was some weird National Enquirer story about Michael Jackson. So it was really easy to take any headline or thought or accusation and just dismiss it with all the other crazy shit.
Right.
But yeah, Sarah makes a good point. I feel a little conflicted about the movie as well. She goes on to say, and this is, I think, the best question. Is there a reason? This is still top 10 Sarah, and she raises the following point regarding Oscar season. Is there a reason we still have Best Actor and Best Actress categories? I mean, there isn't Best Female Director and Best Male Director. It seems like it might be time to move on from categories based on the sex of the actor. What makes a female actor need a separate category from a male actor? It's not like they are in sports ball. It's not like they are in sports ball, which, I mean, that last bit is the key to the whole conversation.
Unless it's a sports ball movie.
Right, unless it's a sports ball movie.
Yeah.
And then I just think that's an interesting point.
Yeah. I mean, even as a kid, I was like, why do they have separate ones? It doesn't make sense.
And I certainly don't know the answer, but I think the thing that was most interesting about her question is, why don't we have Best Male Director and Best Female Director? You know, why don't we have Best Male Costume Designer and Best Female Costume Designer?
Yeah.
Like, why is the acting category different?
Yeah. And I have an idea that a purist would argue, oh, well, then there'd be too many nominations. And I'm like, so what?
Yeah.
So what?
She concludes by saying, I just started watching season 5 of Stranger Things, and it's really good. I'm excited to see how it ends. Welcome to the club, Sarah. It's awesome. You're going to love it.
Yeah, you'll get to the end. I can't say. I haven't watched it. I just know there's been a lot of backlash. So.
That's phony baloney right there.
No, I watched 2 separate things this week that were about
Don't listen to the naysayers, Sarah. It's excellent. It's awesome. Stick with it.
just the finale being pretty bad. There's a whole documentary on Netflix you can watch about the finale that wasn't produced by the Duffer Brothers that paints a really negative picture of them and about how they were like filming the finale and it wasn't written, and they just didn't have answers to stuff and to questions, and they were just like,
Isn't that great? Oh, right. You need the world building. You need what's the word you use?
Yeah, they didn't finish the plot holes. They didn't, and you can hear it in interviews that are in it. They're like, well, what about this thing? And they're like, oh, we don't know.
Isn't that great? You can fill in the gaps with your own imagination and your own creativity. They're not trying to tell you how they ended. It's like the end of Sopranos. The last episode goes to black.
No, that is a total different scenario.
Why?
Because that is built on suspense and not around mystery.
All right, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
But I still dig the fact that they were winging it.
Oof.
I don't think it takes away from it.
There's a reason they don't let that happen anymore.
Well, I should have predicted how that would rub you the wrong way, because you need to know, like.
Well, I don't need to know everything. It's just, for instance, they go up against the big bad, right? And they build up for a ton of time about how there's all these creatures in the void, and then they're just not there during the big battle. There's just no creatures, and they even show like video of the writer's room, and the one guy's like, well, there should be the bats, there should be the dogs, there should be demogorgons, and they're just like, yeah, I don't think
so.
We should be focused on the big monster. Anyway, all I'm saying, I haven't seen it, so anyway.
It's phony baloney right there.
Yeah, one might even say it's phony balonge.
Phony balonge.
Yeah, or Tony balonge.
Speaking of balonge.
Yeah. So there I was, minding my own business, doing work, when David explained that he had to go see a movie tonight for the podcast.
Can we just interrupt right there? So David exclaimed that he had to go see a movie.
I gotta go see a movie tonight.
You have an obligation, professional obligation.
That's what it is.
Okay.
So the baloney man got to thinking, what if the podcast had a tote board?
I hate this.
Hear me out on this. In the last podcast, David mentioned that you two watched about 52 movies for the year. I call that an untruth. You have both missed shows, but where the board comes into play is it keeps you both accountable. You see, us plebeians rely on you on your reviews to determine if it's worth spending the time and money to see the actual movie. So by the end of the year, we can see who is more disciplined and dedicated. This board can also be used to break balls when necessary. Yours in salami, Tony Balonge.
I think it's great. We'll put the tote board right there.
On the whiteboard.
Right. And I promise.
It'll never get erased.
I will not just randomly give myself extra ticks.
What?
Throughout the year.
I asked him, I said, what happens if, say,
for example,
someone leaves 15 minutes before the movie's over?
Yeah, does that count?
He's like, that means they didn't watch the movie. That counts against them.
I would agree with that reply.
And I said, what happens if someone is like, I left for 3 coffee breaks at 15 minutes a pop?
Yeah.
And he's like, kind of seeing the movie.
I disagree with that. I also know we're fully committed to our best or worst movie of all time rubric.
Yeah.
But you know what would be another good rubric?
Yeah.
Tony said, we rely on your reviews to determine if it's worth the time and money to see the movie. Like, that would be a good, is it worth his money or not?
That's the best movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's the best movie I've ever seen, then you should go out and watch it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have definitely watched movies here and told my friends, oh, the movie's great, but you can see it when it comes out on TV.
Right. Right.
Or, like, for example, maybe, not to point fingers, but maybe I saw a movie and told my friends, like, don't bother. It's 2 hours and 47 minutes of your life you'll never get back.
Right.
Example.
With no real plot line.
Right.
Yeah.
Hypothetically. Right. No.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, Tony, thank you for writing that in, and we will be sure to not employ a tote board moving forward.
Yeah.
Who do you think would win?
I think in a normal year,
it would be you.
Last year, it was probably you.
Last year it was me.
You saw a lot more movies than I did
last year. It would be me. A normal year, it would be you. But if it's a fair question, if we're keeping track and there's going to be a score settled, because then I'm like a little sharper focused.
Yeah. I will say that last year, I'll give you props that there were a lot of movies that I said I wanted to see that we didn't review that you saw.
Yeah.
And I just didn't put the extra effort to see
Well, last
movies
year.
that we didn't review. I'm talking about outside of me being sick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there were definitely Honey Don't. Like, they were all movies that I wanted to see, but we reviewed something else, and I just never.
But it's also, I mean, outside of the movies that we watch for the podcast, it's just podcast. It's just not a fair metric because I literally come in the building every day for work.
Right,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And if I have a little time, I can pop downstairs and watch a movie.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
it's not really.
It's a little bit more out of my.
I think what would be an interesting score would be.
Which goes against you for missing a movie because
Right.
I have to do.
It should count double. It should be a double penalty when I miss.
Right.
But what I was going to say was, so for movies that we review in the podcast, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I will bet you our scores are really close.
They're not as far apart as we make it out to be.
Right. I think you've missed a handful, and I think I've missed a handful.
Yeah.
There was a little period there where I definitely was maybe missing more, but yeah.
When was the last time you watched a movie that we had to review outside of business hours? I mean, outside of when you were already here for work.
Never.
I mean, Avengers. Well,
I was
we're technically working.
So you're asking me the last time I watched a movie with the public? Is that the question?
Or you came in.
Specifically to see the movie. The last time I did that was Avengers with you.
Yeah.
And the time before that was Star Wars with you. And other than that, it didn't happen. Although I did watch a movie with the public just a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
Amy and I and our friend Lynn came in and watched Song Sung Blue
Oh, that's right. You did talk about that.
in Theater 5. We had a lovely experience. It was outstanding. They each got these incredible drinks from the bar. It was great, which didn't really help when it came to all the sobbing and crying and, you know. And then they were both mad at me because, you know,
Why'd you do that to us?
you didn't tell me there was I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to get into specifics, but you know what part I'm talking about.
Yeah. The part where they sang.
Right. Exactly. All right.
That brings me to one of the big questions
Oh,
this week.
yeah, heavy.
And that's Penn. What's up with you?
I don't know.
I got to say, Penn.
Yeah, talk to me.
Before you tell me what's up with you, I
Yeah.
know something that wasn't up with you.
Yeah.
That in the bottom of my heart was disappointing, even though I knew it was never going to happen.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're going to say, but
And
go
that
ahead.
you didn't even attempt to watch Lord of the Rings.
So you don't even know if I attempted it. You're just assuming I didn't even attempt it.
Yeah. Yeah.
My family and I continue to be obsessed with traders.
That's what I thought.
My client has no comment on the.
You could watch this movie with the family.
Yeah, I know. It would be awesome. And isn't it like super, super short too? So it'd just be real easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, watch the extended edition.
Watch.
You know?
What's the opposite of extended? The shortened
The
edition.
theatrical edition.
The theatrical, okay. Amy and Kayla. Now, Marley is also obsessed with traders, but
Yeah.
she's the one who told us about it, so she's like a season and a half ahead of us. But Amy and Kayla and I are full steam ahead. I think we're in season 3, and we think we're going to catch up with the regular show in time to watch the show conclude season 4. So we're obsessed with traders. I'm not saying it's a good show.
But it's addictive.
I mean, I just love it. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Amy and I rewatched for the first time in years. I'm going to say at least 10 years since I sat down and watched this entire movie. We sat down and watched Titanic.
Keep going. I want to just do some research.
This and when we were done with it, I said to Amy, Titanic used to be in my list of top 3 movies, and I don't know how it ever came out of my list because this movie is incredible. It needs to go back in my
Not what I meant to do. Sorry.
Titanic needs to go back into my top 5 movies of all time. Then we also the next night watched Eternity with Miles Teller and Elizabeth Olsen and something Callum, and it was good. We liked it, but I didn't understand what all the fuss was. I think we had somebody tell us it was their movie of the year But I didn't really buy into that. It was a good movie. I'm not like knocking it, but it wasn't as great as I expected. And then lastly, I'm currently watching Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix. Lincoln Log Lawyer, which I'm enjoying. Like, I'm not going to say, like, drop what you're doing and watch it, but I'll just say I'm enjoying it. I'm into it. It's good.
Well, I just want to bring your attention to something.
Yeah, please do.
Titanic is 3 hours and 15 minutes long.
Wow, that's a long movie.
That's a long movie that you made time to enjoy.
Right.
That you've seen before.
All right, now I'm going to give one of our listeners an assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Anybody out there who happens to be married to me.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
All right, big swath right now.
Right. Would you have agreed to watch Lord of the Rings with me?
Has any of these people ever seen it before?
No, I don't think they ever have.
Now, let me just say, Lord of the Rings Extended Edition for the Fellowship of the Rings, the first movie, which would be enough to see if you wanted to watch the others,
right.
is 3 hours and 48 minutes.
Oh.
So if you would have tacked half an hour onto your time, you could have watched a new movie.
Wow.
Critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
You know, a movie that's made you money multiple times.
Making me money right now as we speak.
For years.
Downstairs.
It continues to evergreen the money that it makes for you. Yet you won't give it the time of day in your home. Wow. Wow.
Can I tell you, here's a little behind the scenes. This is a true story.
Yeah.
Saturday morning, I'm in our server, and I'm cleaning up the servers because I don't like when the available memory is like if there's tons of memory, then the little file that shows you how much memory is green. If it's starting to get full, it's yellow, and when it's really getting full, it's red. So a lot of our servers, because we've been playing so many Lord of the Rings movies, have been red with like almost zero room left.
Right.
Which technically is okay, but it's not best practice.
Right.
You don't want your servers packed, which I don't really understand why, but I don't need to understand why. I just need to know that it's not what you do.
Right.
So Saturday morning, I went through and I was like, okay, we only have Lord of the Rings left in Theater 10. This is great. So I powered up all the other projectors, deleted Lord of the Rings from all the other theaters. Thank God. All right. They're all looking green. There's tons of file space left in all these theaters, and this is great. When I was done cleaning up the theaters, I took a look at the pre-sales for Sunday, and I saw that the 2 available showtimes for Lord of the Rings Return of the King were both effectively sold out. They weren't, but, nobody's going to buy that last ticket. And I thought to myself, I'm going to add a show in Theater 2, which I did, and we had 45 people or something like that buy tickets to it.
Yeah.
But not 10 minutes earlier, I had just deleted the freaking file from Theater 2. And it's not like you can hit Control-R and reset and undo,
Yeah.
Like that shit was gone.
So I had to re-download it? Or
I had to
copy
go.
it over?
No, I had to go back in, and you have to do it overnight because if you send content while movies are playing, then the movie that's playing skips. So I couldn't. So this was like an hour before we opened on Saturday, or it was a couple hours, but I knew there wasn't time to send a file, and so I had to literally like schedule it to start at midnight when Theater 2 ended after the UFC fight, and send the content over again. And I was so annoyed with myself. I was like, you freaking idiot. So anyway,
you live and learn.
Yeah, live and learn. David. Now, let me say one more thing about Lord of the Rings before I ask.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is playing right now in Theater 10 and Theater 2. And then there's one this afternoon, I think at 5:30 or something like that, in Theater 10. And then when that show's over, it's done.
For 4 months.
Right.
It'll be back.
Right. But
Trust me.
We're done now.
Yeah.
So I am going to go in and delete the shit out of it. Anyway, David, what's up with you?
Let me tell you what's up with me. Right? I've been forcing my way through Starfleet Academy.
Forcing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. It's a it's a rough life.
It's a rough life. Yes.
Yeah. I would not recommend. Fallout continues to be great. Did you check it out yet? How dare you? Fallout continues to be great.
I was busy watching Titanic all week.
Yeah. I'm in the last season of ER. I've got like 11 episodes left. And I got to say, oof. It is no wonder it got canceled this season. I think they knew it was ending, but they really just gave up. And I've been playing a game called Dispatch, which is fantastic. And it's like, do you remember those Choose Your Own Adventure books?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I do. You told us about Dispatch last week.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's just like that, but it's like a movie.
And remember I made the comment about like you're playing a game of like, because don't you do Dispatch for your day job?
You do Dispatch stuff. And because of that, there has been a slowdown of how often I
go to work.
I go to work, yeah. How much I'm playing it. I'm like, I don't want to do this all the time. But the part of it that's not dispatching is also quite fun. So
my brother is not into video games.
Yeah.
He's low tech unless it's related to Grateful Dead or the Allman Brothers, in which case he's high tech. But I think this game, the way you described it last time, I was thinking about it after the show, and I was thinking, Big Brother Breck, he would love this game. I think he would be great at this game.
my mom's going to try it.
What platform do you have to play Dispatch?
It's now on pretty much everything.
So, follow-up question.
Yeah.
How could I play Super Mario Brothers? Because I saw that trailer and I was like, I want to play Super Mario Brothers again.
Switch would be the best way.
Switch.
Either a 1 or a 2, depending on which. 2's the new one, obviously, because it's number 2. But
so I want a number 3.
Yeah.
Right.
But you could play with the Switch service. You can play pretty much every Mario, but you can play the Odyssey games, which is the new one, or the Super Mario Galaxy games, which is what it's named after.
Hence the movie.
Yeah. There's also a new Mario Kart game.
If I have what was that game? The Wii.
Wii.
Is that? Yeah. If I have a Wii that's been in my basement for 20 years, 15 years, and I plugged it in, would it still work?
Yeah. I mean, if you kept it in a condition that'll work. I mean, hypothetically, it didn't get wet or ruined or anything.
Would I have played Super Mario Kart on Wii?
There is one for the Wii.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm gonna fire that shit up.
It's a good one too.
Yeah.
All right, that's about it. So next week we're going to be watching either Solo Mio or
Send Help. Solo Mio stars, by the way, Kevin James, Doug Heffernan, one of my all-time favorites.
He's got a stand-up that I really like. Don't sweat the small stuff.
He is so good.
Yeah.
Okay, are we going to just say he's one of the most underrated comedians of all time?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got Chris Rock, Jerry Seinfeld, Dave Chappelle, all those guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, Kevin James is right there.
He's consistently Kevin James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No apologies. By the way, I'm going to go see Nate Bargatze. Amy gave me tickets for my birthday or Christmas or something to see Nate Bargatze.
She just gives you so many gifts you can't remember when they came.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Spoiler.
Yeah, what's up?
So, all right. Well, look, if you want to be a part of the show like some of the lovely people today, the best way to do that is to email us at a brand new email, podcast@penncinema.com.
Right.
But if you want to support the show, Penn, what would you say is the number one way to do that?
Well, we've been working on something for months now, but we're going to set that aside on the shelf because we're currently dealing with a crisis at the Penn Cinema Podcast.
Yeah.
And I think it's time that we shed some light on it and address it.
Is a crisis of not everyone has seen Lord of the Rings?
No, it's a crisis
because that's a pretty big one.
Of entirely different proportions.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the crisis is David not appreciating the Beatles as the greatest band of all time. So what we need you to do is take our brand new podcast email, which is podcast at penncinema.com, and send David some commentary about the Beatles. And that, I think, will set it will set the show on a better course, for thriving in the future. We can't have a co-host walking around going, "Oh, I don't really like the Beatles."
I don't. Don't you dare send me any of their psychedelic bullshit, because I hate the iconography of that so much.
Strawberry Fields for never.
The Yellow Submarine. Oh my God.
But you live in it, David.
All right, look. Say you don't care about the Beatles.
Right, or David.
Or me. How could you support the show?
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Yeah, tell a friend.
So easy.
Yeah.
You don't have a friend? Tell us.
Tell us. We're your friends.
Yeah.
And we're glad you're listening.
Yeah. Well, once again for the Penn Cinema Podcast, I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.